Deth gonna lose it. And you know, I think this game is going to go into a bit of a longer one. Deth is taking his third as well. Needs to destroy those rocks. Actually, he already did. And you know, he's already destroyed those rocks. He's going to be prepared to take a third pretty quickly. Probably going to make a planetary there. And Catz is going to try to take a hidden fourth base, but it's not going to happen. There's a marine scouting for that.
Yeah, he does have that fourth base up the top. But that's really unfortunate for Catz. He did not want that to be scouted. Not sure whether he's going to cancel that because it looks like Deth is moving out. But I don't think he's going to have anywhere near the amount of army that he needs. He's 118 supply for Catz, 113 for Deth. So actually, maybe it is a little bit more even than it looks. It's just these units are so clustered together, it does not look like it's anywhere near as good. But it looks like we are going to see Catz. Oh my god, Deth does not see this coming. There is so many banglings there. Is he going to notice in time? I don't think he has. He's just noticed it. Then stimming away. Tank caught completely out of position. All these banglings going down too. A lot of the marauders at the front. There are a lot of units left here for Deth, but just so many roaches now coming in. I don't think Deth is going to be able to hold this.
A lot of roaches.
Pulling
I don't think
SCVs.
so either. There's so many roaches. He's going to try to repair this bunker, but Catz just has too many units, I think. Maybe wants to pull back, though. He's losing a lot of these roaches. The SCV is not what you want to do with those roaches. Just kill some of his units and then back up. Lost a lot more units there than he needed to. And, you know, Deth actually might come out on top here after this engagement. It's going to be close, though. These roaches. Oh, the roaches just not enough with the medevacs. Forced to retreat.
Deth actually picking off quite a few banelings being morphed there, which is great to see. And we do see a planetary fortress going down at the gold now. So that is going to be very tough for Catz to break. But he still has this fourth base. He hasn't actually put any drones on it yet. But he will have that production as well. So that's good to see.
Yeah, Catz able to keep that base, but at the same time, Deth taking his third. So, you know, when the Zerg player is one base ahead of his opponent, it's almost like an even game when you think about it. But Deth having the high yield is going to allow him to get a lot more Marines and Marauders out. But, you know, until he gets another base, it's going to be hard for him to really get a ton of mech out, which is what he's going to want in the later stages of the game. He is going to do a drop on this fourth base of Catz, and Catz is probably not going to really be able to defend this very well.
No, definitely not. And we're just noticing here, there's 3,000 minerals a minute coming into Deth right now because of all those mules on the gold. That is just insane. But we do have that drop.
Crazy.
He's going to snipe that archery. Probably going to lift up all his units. Back into the medivacs. Oh, maybe not. I was going to say, he might not want to take the damage from the broodlings. And oh, he's actually forgotten a marauder. There we go, picks it up. Does have that marine just scouting around here, doing a lot of damage to some of these overlords. If Catz actually loses that overlord, that's very frustrating. But he does have a lot of banelings. Still has 3 base, so it's back down to even bases. If we have a look at the income, it's 62 SCVs to 57 drones. So unless Catz can take that fourth base, he does have a drone poised to make something. I'm not sure if he's noticed it though. And we do have a Nidus network now. Awesome.
That's quite interesting. I don't know what the Nidus is going to be for. Could try to get it into the main somehow. But, you know, that's really going to be difficult to do. He might just use it for defense, actually, on that fourth base so he can defend his units, or rather his hatcheries from drops like that. And, you know, it's not the best defense, but it can work sometimes. He's also making an infestor right now. Going to try to make use of as many infestors as he can before the new patch where they won't affect air units anymore. If that change actually goes through.
Don't start me on that. Yeah, let's leave that topic alone.
He's also researching level 2 ground carapace. And, you know, we have Deth researching level 2 vehicle weapons as well as 2-2 for his infantry.
And the Nidus one going down. Sorry to cut you off, but the Nidus one going down at the top of the main. I don't think he's going to get it off in time, though. Deth does notice it. Bit of a... I don't know, I can't really agree with the position of that one.
I don't agree with it either. You know, it's just so difficult to get away with Niduses like that. You can get away with it against, you know, mediocre players sometimes, but...
There we go, Catz's engagement.
A big engagement.
Tanks out of position, caught off guard by all those roaches. Banelings running into the main. Deth's forces are just so spread out. I'm actually getting some... a lot of frame rate lag. There's so much stuff going on, but looks like Deth... The fact that he had a lot of his units spread out and out of position actually came back to help him. And oh no, Catz is going to just barely saves that infestor. More banelings being morphed. Deth is going to have to pull back as these banelings are going to all finish right now. And wow, that's really weird. The out of position actually saved Deth there, I think.
Yeah, I would agree. You know, that was kind of an interesting how that happened because it kind of forced Catz units to go all the way into the main a little bit, and the planetary fortress was getting off free pot shots as well as some siege tanks during that time. And had the units been in a full clumped up position, the Banelings would have done a lot more damage, and I really think that you're right. It's just coincidentally Deth got the advantage of that. He's going to make another planetary at his 4th base, and, you know, Catz is just now getting his base saturated, so Deth is going to be pretty ahead at this point. You know, holding that attack off, he's got 194 supply, actually 199 now to 137 supply for Catz. And Catz is going to have to do something big. He's going to have to do a successful Nidus or something like that to be able to keep himself in this. Maybe throw away some Banelings on a planetary or something like that, because he is so far behind right now. Yeah,
right now is the time where Catz just wants to keep harassment up, but I don't think Deth is going to give him the chance. He is pushing forward here. Throws a scan down on all these roaches. It is 145 supply to 200. The tanks are now in position. Only 2 or 3, but that's all you really need to start popping off those things. And we do have, oh my god, +3 for everything coming across except for vehicle armor.
Oh, absolutely. That is disgusting. Level 3 weapons is going to be pretty gross. And, you know, it looks like Catz is just going to try to sneak around here maybe, and maybe use some roaches on the high ground to attack the SCVs below. But he's actually
Banelings going into the SCVs.
Oh!
Wow. That was actually a lot more effective than I thought it would be.
Yeah, that's what the kind of things that Catz really needs to do, but he's going to have to hold off this push from Deth. He's got so many medevacs, almost like a 1-1 ratio to how many units he has. He's going to pick off this hatchery so quickly, and he's going to start losing overlords left and right. Catz is. And it looks like Deth is going to back up a little bit, though, after destroying that hatchery. Always a safe thing to do.
If he can take out this 3rd, or technically 4th of Catz down here, he's going to be looking very, very good. We do have a Greater Spire on the way for Catz, but I don't think it's going to be there in time.
Yeah, I don't think so either. He's going to lose this base. The siege tank's going to be able to siege up a little bit on the high ground if he chooses to do that. He could actually put them behind the minerals if he wanted to, but he's not going to. He's just going to bring them all down here. And Scan's going to go off so he can hit those extractors and things, picking off a bit of those drones. And Deth just looking really solid here at this point, and Catz not looking so good. Has a lot of Corruptors on their way to try to get those Broodlords out. Also to pick off some medevacs maybe. It's just not going to be enough. Really nice siege tank positioning by Deth. Can't be surrounded by any units, and I think we might have to see a GG from Catz here.
Yeah, definitely. He's losing a lot of overlords as well. This is not looking good at all. He only has 1 base mining. It looks like Catz is just going to go for it now. Just moving straight into those Marauders with the Banelings. Not the best idea. He's going to get a lot of roaches in the front here, sniping a lot of the Marines. But if you look back here, we do have 2 more CCs going down for Deth. He's just got so many minerals. It's not funny, and he's just going to be picking Catz apart now. Roach is doing the best they can. 6 Broodlords on the way. I think Catz just wants to try and survive for these to come out, but I don't think it's going to happen in time, as we do have that tank on the side. He is sniped by some Lings, but all these forces for Deth just rolling into the main base.
Yeah, nice bungle on some of those Marines, but Deth is just going to be able to stem right into those Broodlords pretty easily. And the Greater Spire is down now, Nidus down as well. And meanwhile, there was a little bit of an engagement on a hatchery that Catz was trying to take, that 4th base, and, you know...
And here we go, Broodlord's in the mix
pretty
now,
much
but...
it at this point.
Yeah, the stem straight under the Broodlords, just sniping them so easily. If Catz had had those maybe 2 or 3 minutes earlier, that would have been like a big game changer, but unfortunately... And all the 3 upgrades are just about to finish for Deth now. 3-3 Marines, not fun for Zerglings. So that's going to be
good game, well played.
It was actually
I think that,
really
you know, Deth came back from being behind there.
Replay